What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this really quick video, and today we'll be talking about one of the most requested bass recently, Taurean Prince bass. By the way, thank you guys for all the support in this series. Your recommendations and likes really keep this series going. So it would be really awesome if you guys can do the same on this one. Like the video and please leave any bass recommendation. So now let's get right into it. So for those of you who don't know how this JUMPSHOT series works, basically every video I'll be covering a specific bass or release and I will cross compare it to others that I already covered. In this way we can build those charts up video per video. There will be lots of elements that will be covered in this one which are not included on 2K charts, like front challenge, side drift, visual comparisons, and some others. And just a quick disclaimer that all these are just stats and not everything about a bass can be put into numbers, like stuff like how it sets the feet of your player, how smooth the jump shot is, and some other stuff. So I'm not judging these basses overall. So now for the first one, in terms of shot speed, it's tied up to the second place together with Kobe, Thor, and Little. And to give you a visual perspective, here you go. By the way, all those four might have the same value, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are 100% exactly the same. It just happened that maybe their gaps are too small that it's hard to notice on the test. Now for the next one, the side drift. For those of you who don't know what side drift is, that's the sideway movement that a jump shot does when you shoot. And that is not just cosmetics because it will actually affect coverage. Not only it affects coverage because having more stable bass means that the visual cues are much easier to see. That's even the reason why not everyone was able to use the Jimmy Butler bass last year, because yeah, the challenge reduction is really good, but the side drift is really bad, which kind of messes up the visual cue. And now for the results, and here you can see it's on the top 3 so far, which is a good sign. You can even notice here that it's really stable. And now for the most important part, the challenge reduction. For me personally, it's the most important element because it factors in a lot of things like, your shot speed, release height, front drift, which is the forward motion of your bass, defensive immunity, and some other stuff. If you watched my other video, on paper, Thor seems to be better than Katie because it's faster and higher, but after getting the results, I found out that Katie is actually better. And that's because Katie has that fadeaway motion, and that fadeaway motion is not really factored in on that 2K chart. What I'm trying to say here is that we can't just rely on those charts that 2K gave us. And now for the results, and here you can see it's right there at the middle, which is not really a bad place to be in, to be honest. I mean, it's still ahead compared to Shepard, Thor, and Kobe, and T-Mac, Little, and Katie are just too good. Now, to put more sense to it, like, why it's not better than Katie, and here you can see, yes, the elevation is higher, but it has too much front drift compared to Katie, which attracts a lot of contest. So now for the summary, Prince is a good bass. It is pretty steady in terms of side drift and have decent challenge reduction. But again, these are just stats and I'm not judging them overall. If you think this bass really works for you, then there's no need to change it. But if you're looking for a really steady bass and decent challenge reduction, this bass is one of the best ones. So that's all for the video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.